Uber! It's not only a super annoying adjective used by nerds all across the country, but also it's now becoming a global phenomenon in the form of a mobile app. For example, if you're downtown in the city on, say, New Year's Eve, you've had one too many drinks, you don't feel like driving home, you can actually request from your mobile device a taxi to drive you home safely to your destination. It's a beautiful product of the free market at work, and also it's a disruptive technology because currently city governments have monopolies on city transportation. If you're a taxi driver, you first need to obtain a license by paying the government a hefty fine. And I kid you not, it's a hefty fine. I'll get into more of that in just a minute. But as a result of this, as a result of Uber siphoning money away and competing with these governments are then trying to regulate Uber, and they're doing so tirelessly to no avail, which is hilarious because one, they don't understand the free market and how it works, and two, they don't understand the technology of Uber and how it's fracturing this power from local governments. So first, I have a story to tell you to further illustrate this point. A couple days ago in Hong Kong, China, 5 Uber drivers were arrested, or more accurately, they were entrapped by undercover cops in Hong Kong. These policemen first requested rides through these mobile devices, and then upon reaching their destination, instead of maybe actually paying the fare or tipping the driver or even just saying thank you to the driver, they actually handcuffed them respectively. The grounds for the arrests were that they didn't have the proper licenses, and they also didn't have the necessary insurance policy to be a taxi driver doing so legitimately. Now, it's really funny because the government of China will make this out to be some story of public safety. They'll say, well, this is all about public safety and these Uber drivers aren't vetted, they're not undergone through background checks, and how can we know if they're safe? And they're also not paying us. And in reality, it's really all about the money because right now in Hong Kong, to be a taxi driver, to again obtain a license, you need to pay the government a $1 million in US dollars fee. Absurd. So because these drivers aren't doing it, again, they're disrupting the paradigm, they're taking money away from the governments, and I don't feel bad for that. What I do feel bad for is the other taxi drivers. The drivers who actually paid this $1 million premium and their business is suffering. But at the end of the day, it's all competition and it's a matter of the free market. But again, this story has nothing to do with public safety. Just like here in the US, when a cop arrests someone or rather fines them for not wearing a seatbelt, the cop doesn't care about the fact that they're jeopardizing themselves if they get into a crash, for example. Instead, the policeman just wants to meet their quota for tickets and thus make more money. It's a simple matter of economics in every way. But let me know in the comments below if you think the government should even be involved in transportation. Should you have to pay the government first to transport a stranger from point A to point B if they're willing to pay you? Doesn't make much sense to me, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Peace, love, and liberty. Andrew Demeter, signing out.